Hello again. Oh my God, what a mess today. What a mess.
Well, welcome back, and hopefully this works a little bit better. Let's keep our fingers crossed.
Fingers,
and thank you
legs,
for sticking
everything.
with us. Yeah.
Great if you guys are back, and thank you. And welcome to YouTube, folks. Welcome to YouTube. Hope you're doing fantastic. If you're with us already, thank you so much for coming back. If you're just joining us now, welcome, welcome, welcome. It's great to have you in here. We went on, and we're having a lot of trouble with the server tonight getting connected. So if you guys can really help us, we know we ask a lot of you guys, but if you can hit the like button, if you can really tweet this one out, and you can let friends know, that would be absolutely awesome. Yes, Shadow Time Writer. Beef. Exactly. You're reading my mind. You're reading my mind. That's right. So there you go, folks. What's your beef? What's your platform beef? That's right. Where's the beef? You remember that commercial from Wendy's from the 80s? Yay, I'm back. Welcome back, Amber Films. How are you? Welcome back. Welcome back. Hashtag finger crossed. Exactly, Bacchus. Exactly. Exploring Stranger Things UK. How are you doing? Great to see you again. And Adam, you came in just as we left. We could not connect. Everybody was having trouble staying connected. It was crazy, my dear friends. Xenia's just getting a post up to let everybody know we're on. It's great to have you in here. If you could use this time to let everybody know what's going on, that would be absolutely fantastic. Sorry for all of the dancing around all of YouTube and that. We do apologize. It's just the way it's working today. We have to roll with the punches. That seems to be the way it goes here on this platform. But I hope you guys are doing well. And there's my beef for the day. Although they are doing it for right things. They are cutting back. I mean, can't knock them on that one. So hats off to them for that. I just hope this time we get a bit more stable of a connection. So we'll see. Time will tell. That's for sure.
Thank you so much for sticking with us through all of that. It is a live stream, and sometimes things happen. You know what is an interesting part of this all is watching the journalists, politicians, and TV anchors trying to go live from their living rooms and garages without the setup and not knowing what to do. Because they are used to the production companies, managers, producers, directors, and a whole bunch of team doing that, and not having lights or cameras or anything like that, screaming kids running around and all of that. We understand that they do the best they can, but at the same time it does show how much there actually is in the production of especially the live streams, because you can't edit it out. Second take, so to say. But what I am doing here now, I'm getting a quick animation here. I'm going to share on Twitter, and I hope you can share this out as well. So thank you so much if you do already. I know we're asking so much of you, but we really want to hear your thoughts today on our follow-up from yesterday that Andrew talked about his beef or our beef on YouTube.
Thank you. I'm glad we're in it together.
And now, can I do the 80s thing?
Sure.
Andrew, what did you talk about yesterday?
You have to put more into it. You gotta do it 80s, you gotta overemphasize it. Andrew, did you talk about something yesterday that maybe you want to kind of touch on again today?
Andrew, did you talk about something yesterday that we would like to touch up on today for those people that didn't watch our yesterday's live stream just yet?
That's a little over the top, no?
Okay.
Yes, I would. Thank you so much, my lovely wife, for bringing that up. I sure would. Yes, folks, I was talking about people botting their views, subscribers, botting and going to places where it's an all-out sub for sub and lowering their click per CPM rate. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm tongue-tied because we're just getting this back up on there. Now my head is completely in 8 different things at the same time. And how much that is killing your channel. You guys listen to me complain and go on, and very kindly, and actually the support was amazing. And I want to give you guys tonight to tell us what is your gripes about the platform. What do you got, and what is bugging you about here? I know some of you got a longer list than others, and we're here to listen, just like you guys listen to us. So if between hitting the like button and tweeting it out and all that stuff, and telling us too what your gripes are, we'd absolutely love to hear them. Think of it as a bit as a support group, and you'll be surprised your gripes. A lot of people are going to say, yeah, I hate that too. Yeah, that's driving me crazy. I know how you feel, because you know what? We're bonded by all the issues that come with this platform. Great things and also a lot of trying things as well. Plug in my ears.
Super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat. Was saving always and forever. Hey, you. Thank you so much for that. Super sticker, super chat. Thank you so much. Do appreciate that. Thank you so much for that. Super sticker, super chat. Elena, thank you.
Elena, thank you so much, and thank you for getting the wife all wound up. I do appreciate that. Hope you're doing fantastic. You know you can do them with the sticker. You know they're possible, but I know you're sorry, Andrew, right? That's right. You are sorry. Hope you're doing great. It's great to see you. Hope you're having a good evening. Great to see you all in here, folks. Like I say, sorry once again. We had a decent crowd. Everything was picking up. We were getting around 60, and it was just buffering and throwing people out 10, 20 at a time. I know, Elena, you're very broken up about it. I know you're so sorry, and it will never happen again, right?
Very funny.
Very funny indeed. Very funny indeed. You guys are awesome. You guys are fantastic, folks. I feel bad because this is our favorite show of the week. This is disappointing. Disappointing that happened tonight. But nonetheless, folks, we're going to try it and see how this works. See if it's going to be the same thing, and maybe we caught into a bit of a better connection. I also don't like it when people just leave a shallow comment without watching the video. It hurts the video's engagement. It does, but and there's somebody in here, I love it, who this really, really drives them crazy. And I get why. And on the short answer, yes, it does. And it's not a good practice. But on the end, you have to look at everything as the whole and say, what was the general outcome? You know, we likes, I've seen that too. You know, people are like, oh, I got 2 dislikes, but how many likes do you get? Well, 328. If you got 2 dislikes and you got 24 likes, yeah, it's normal to want that, but people are viewing, and some do it for the worst reasons ever. I watched it in full. I said to them when they didn't do that, and they say that whole round of spiel, and they're on to the next one. I get that. It's not that it's a good thing, and I don't want to sound like I'm endorsing it, and I don't like it either when it happens to us. Believe you me. But in the scheme of things, the main thing is if the majority are watching it and the majority are pushing it, the algorithm sees true engagement with it based on the greater form of what's happening. YouTube, and I think this is because when we all start off, we look at YouTube in a very narrow scape. You know, I lost a subscriber today. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I got a dislike. Oh, I got a mean comment. It is a flashback night using a 486 computer. Pretty much, Farmal. Pretty much in a nutshell. All I'm missing is the key to lock it up in the end of the night in the front plate. Pretty much. Maybe my old VIC-20 where I had no tape drive and I play a game, I'd have to put in the code just to have the game disappear 2 hours later and have to type it in for an hour.
Now let me intersect into that answer there, okay? And this is the way I like to explain this comment. We understand we are all YouTubers, we are all sharing the tips and all of that. We want to, watch each other's videos and leave a comment and do the proper etiquette of YouTube. But that's YouTubers. You got to remember that your goal on YouTube is getting viewers. Now, a regular viewer is not doing the right thing. They don't watch every video that they click on in full. They don't comment on every video that they watch. And they definitely don't leave a like on every comment and on every video they watch either. I mean, the best of, they might subscribe to you, but even that, they probably forget to do. What we need is to emulate a regular viewer behavior. Not watch in full, leave a like and comment to get the most engagement, but to get a natural viewer behavior on your channel. Because the minute you stop having watch in full, leave a like, leave a comment, and get the regular viewers watching you, your engagement is gonna drop so low that YouTube is gonna say, wait, what's happening? Nobody likes it anymore? Nobody's watching it in full? Nobody's commenting? Something is wrong with this channel. Let's suggest it less because I guess it's too boring now. At the moment when you finally would be getting the actual viewers instead of YouTubers doing it, you would go down and lose interest in YouTube's algorithm eyes. So why? Why are we emulating this? Do it the right way. There is no right way. You should watch as a viewer, not as a YouTuber. Viewers don't know 90% of the things we're talking about here. And they definitely don't watch every video in full. Have you ever seen anybody clicking on the stuff just to find the video they want to watch? Are they watching all of those click-through videos they are looking through? No, they don't. So it shouldn't upset you. You should encourage people to watch as they are, as human beings are, not as YouTubers. So that's my rant of the day.
I was watching those in full.
Now you're making fun of what I just said.
No, I agree with you. I
serious.
agree with you. I agree with you. I was still doing that. I'm guilty of that, and I gave them a partial view, not a full view, because I was listening to what you were saying as well. And but it is true. It is true, and we've been molded from day one, and that's exactly what it is. That we're so guarded of everything that happens on. Every little tick of the scale worries us, and it shouldn't. That's not the way it should be. YouTube should not be geared for any one person. Therefore, not one like, one dislike, one less of a view should make a difference in what we do. It has to be based on the wide spectrum of how that video performs from the get-go to where it is at that point. If there's a huge drop-off, a big one, then you get issues. That dents don't mean anything into the algorithm's eyes. It just shows it as genuine interaction with it, and that's a good thing. And Xenia brings up that point, and that's so important to remember. You want it to emulate as much as you can what viewers will be getting. That's what you're hoping for. So when they are watching it, and they do like viewers do, and don't care two shits about how the algorithm sees your video, what parts they like, what they don't like, it doesn't cause a sudden drop off on your channel. That's what happened to some of them with the I don't know what's the technical term for
club watching.
Circle jerk. Yeah, circle jerk. Yeah, I promise I'm gonna watch all yours, and yeah, you're my brother, and that whiny ass shit is what sunk their channels before they even started. For the simple reason is that we're so bound at the hip by each other with a promise and a heart-filled gesture to watch everything that they ever make, that it just went around circles. And then once anybody else started watching it, they didn't watch everything full. The algorithm just seen it as a disaster. There's nobody watching. They're not interested. They get recommended less. Then they're back to their circle jerk all over again. So, that's in the end what it comes down to. That's in short. Now let's see if circle jerk a couple of times got us a yellow coin.
Now, some people and some viewers are going to watch your video in full, maybe because they're interested, and maybe because they are just having it in the background and it plays. So hopefully the next recommended video is yours. But people who are looking for stuff that are just clicking on, most of them are not watching 100% of the content, guys. No, we got to be real here. And watch for watch is as bad as or even worse than sub for sub, exactly because of these reasons. Because when it finally ends, and it will end, that's when you drop in algorithm eyes more than anything, because everything drops all of a sudden and it rings all red flags in AI's eyes. And you start wondering, well, what's happening with my channel? I'm not growing anymore. That's exactly why.
Hey, Red Monkey Trucking, what's going on? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic.
PGH, Bottom Feeders, hello, how are you doing?
Yes.
Good to see you.
Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. Game Rubik's Liam, last of a writer's crew, AC Designs in the house. We have RC Stinger in the house.
Tony here brings a good point as well, and it depends on the channel as well. But yes, counterintuitive. People think that live streams and long videos are going to bring them the watch time that they need or want for their 4K hours. In fact, it's not true, once again, because when you stop doing it, it's all analytics drop and you stagnate. What happens is with shorter videos, they are more binge watchable. They're put in a series or playlists. People watch them more because they can just literally spend a minute or minute and a half on it. Cardoso Media is a great example for that, although it might have took him a year, I think, to get to monetization. His videos are literally a minute and a half. But views are staggering.
But this has to be said, and then I'm going to bring up a guy I bring up all the time, like Bald Bankrupt. Most of his videos are 20, 30 minutes long. It depends what you're doing and how long you can keep it engaging. And you got to remember, there's somebody that's talking the video by himself, showing stuff, versus B-roll shots, which Cardoso Media does fantastic. You got to know your material, and you most certainly need to know your audience. Mm-hmm. And if you had a 20-minute live video that did really well last time, and you're at 6 minutes and you can't find anything more exciting to put into it, go with the 6 minutes. The next time comes around, you can do better. There's no set formula or time into it. What works with one, what work with Cardosa Media might kill another channel. And that's really important to know. It has to be engaging to hold your audience. And this is the hardest part that a lot of people really, really, really struggle with is having a good, firm talk with themselves in the mirror and saying, this is too boring. This is not exciting. This is not well enough. The first 4 minutes here are fantastic. I can see this as filler. If you do, and you pretty much know, we all pretty much know, if we see it, even if we hide from it, the viewer's not going to hide from it, and they're going to run away from it. So,
by the way, Formal Fanatic, that is a stereotype that is not true. And the latest studies have shown that it is not a fish in a fishbowl attention span for nowadays society. As you say, TikTok, yes, it's part of the trend. But in fact, people are watching longer videos if they are interested. They don't have time, as our parents did, to watch just because it's on, because that's what they used to do. TV was on while you watched it, nothing else was there. They actively seek for stuff that is interesting. And if it is interesting, they actually have longer attention span than our parents, or maybe we even had. So if you look in the statistics, that's exactly what it shows.
We're going to try it. You're going to do a regular show? I'm going to do TikTok version of this. Carry on.
Okay. And my husband is not taking seriously anything as I'm saying, as always.
I am. I'm
Okay.
taking it seriously.
So, and like I said, lots of the things are feeling...
Dun, 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 dun.
Lots of things feels counterintuitive when you do
Swanee
YouTube. The same as we were
River.
talking earlier in the day
Tennessee.
about using long keywords that you think, well, nobody's going to be looking
Hello
for.
and welcome to the show.
But in fact, when people are looking for them, and they are going to be finding your channel and not somebody else because you're the one using those keywords. Well, the same goes with shorter videos. Now, YouTube is going towards 20, 30-minute videos, more full production TV-ready videos, but that's
from Florida,
another
spring
story.
break.
Another story when it's a TV-ready show, and we have talked about that before, when the production of your show or your video itself is TV-ready.
I
So
don't know
it
what
is
to say
around
anymore.
20, 23 minutes, and would be something that YouTube potentially maybe could be picking up, in the future.
Ba-dum-ba-dum-bum-bum-bum.
I think you're so good at this that maybe we should start doing TikToks finally.
There you go. That was fun. I wanted to see. I wanted to compare and contrast. TikTok, YouTube. TikTok, YouTube. You want to try?
No.
Put them on the glass. I've seen that on a TikTok, so I think it's a TikTok
You've
thing.
seen did you download TikTok on your phone?
Yes, I did.
Did you
I
make
even
a
have it
video?
on BlueStacks.
Well, did you make a video?
No, because I was too busy watching them put them on the glass.
Okay, that's exactly what happens with
Unfortunately,
most
the
of us.
one that put them on the glass was a 78-year-old man.
That's what happens with most of us. We get too
Quite
busy
the rack,
watching.
though, I gotta say. Quite the rack. A little terrifying.
For
A
those
little
of you
hairy,
that
but
actually
terrifying.
listen to what I was talking, this actually makes sense at the end. We do lots of things that seems, well, let's do the most popular thing. But you're not going to grow that way because you're just too small unless you really catch the right time and the right place with the right theme, which literally happens as often as winning a lottery.
I'm sorry. My non-traditional life, Xenia actually made a genuine point, and I'm going to take it right now and say it for I was being a complete and utter ass through the whole thing. Thank you, the MC Nemesis Live, for putting that out there for us. So this is all on me.
So if somebody can cut out of the piece of this video, TikTok versus YouTube, the MC Nemesis Live called it, I would appreciate that, and then we can share it on Twitter. And we will title it TikTok versus YouTube.
First time I ever seen TikTok, I brought it up and it was the same ad, and it was some crazy girl in a red suit from like the 1920s doing this. And about the fourth time it happened in a row, I thought, this is bringing out really bad tendencies in me. I could see me going pretty much postal on this thing. was not a good it was not a good introduction into why I should embrace the platform.
Oh,
let's just say.
TikTok adjusts to your interests. The more you start watching
Well,
your
when my
stuff,
interests start into dun 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 dun, I should be going to the dun 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 hospital. Then, if that's the
It
case,
gives you
'Cause my
generic
interests are
things.
really in a bad situation.
now, for those of you, I so love giving these little bits of information. For those of you using TikTok and all being in awe for all those views out there, TikTok uses the same algorithm that YouTube used to use. That means that every view, no matter how long, no matter where it comes from yourself or from somebody else, counts as a view. So the 15-minute loop video automatically replays every time your phone is open, even if you don't click on it, and every time it counts as a view. Same as it YouTube used to be. So that's why all of those trendy people out there are getting all those billions of views.
Well, what about D-Live then? Is the D for dinosaur?
Not sure, not informed about DLive.
Oh, okay. Life of MC flying in with a wild 250. Thank you so very much. Do appreciate it.
Super Sticker, Super John, Super Sticker, Super John, Super Sticker, Super John, Life of MC, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that hero with a cape or without. You all are. Thank you so much. Super Sticker, Super John, Super Sticker, Super John, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Life of MC. Do appreciate it. Thank you so much for the support. You're awesome. And we have the MC Nemesis Live, who's got a pretty solid feeling about TikTok.
TikTok, you literally need half an hour, and then it adjusts to your interest and the stuff that you want to watch, and then it's addictive. And at first, it's super boring because it's generic for everyone.
Computer check production.
Thank you so much, Life of MC. I appreciate that.
Thank you very much. Do appreciate it. You spoil us rot and then some. Thank you so very much. If you do go postal, can drop off my mail. My postman is slacking. You got it. You got a friendly black man. I'm on the case. That's right. Oh, well. On to other things. Other topics. So
okay?
Did you want to talk about TikTok anymore?
No, unless they have any questions. No, I guess I'm done for today.
Good stuff. Good entertainment. No, there's some embracing it. Like Inspired John has done well with it, you know. He's actually doing quite well. No, seriously, he is. He's fun to me. Until I tease about it, there is a medium to be had on to it. I agree. Michigander man, you have a good night, my friend Rob. You take care of yourself, bud. Be well. TikTok allowed a bad incident last year to be streamed. It was not good. But I mean, so is YouTube, so is Facebook. I mean, there's that part. They've all gone through that. Destination Chronicles, what is going on? How you doing?
Do you want to have conspiracy theories? It's owned by China. And it used to be Musical.ly. Yes, if you used to be signed up as a child to Musical.ly app, you are still having an account with TikTok.
But my non-traditional life says I feel bad for the people making genuine content on TikTok that are getting caught up in the memes. So many people degrade YouTubers as if they were all info. And that's what I was just going to say. The same thing is going on in YouTube. There's so much bad coming out of this and so much junk that it's hurting the ones that are really trying to do great things on here. You know, that I can see. Like, okay, let's be honest. Facebook started pretty much off on a bad foot as far as getting any kind of, but there is some people doing some decent things onto it. I don't know, but for the most part, that's all in that social media area. And YouTube, I feel, really got drugged down a lot the last couple of years. I've been really heavy-handed about how YouTube screwed up when it started the new monetization after Apocalypse, that they didn't go near high enough in the requirements. Yeah, for that reason, it drug out way more junk than it ever got rid of. Ryan's fine. There's a man. We were talking about you last night, buddy. You was another one I brought up and said about how channels that are doing good on here and people like to screw around and say they bought it when there's absolutely no way it could possibly happen. So we dissected your channel, and as you know,
scare him.
We were saying that there's no way in hell it could have happened, and that's the truth. You can go back and watch it. I head your back, bud. Head your back. That's right. Right?
That's right.
Say it like you mean it. Tell him. Brian finds Justin wants to hear it. Isn't that right?
Right.
No. Come on. That's right. Point at the camera.
That's right.
That's all I want to hear.
Yeah.
Thank you. I feel vindicated now. Thank you.
Now, Spock, speaking about platforms, every platform can be utilized. It depends what you want to gain from it. But I think TikTok in general, even if you don't want to do it as promotion for your channel, which still can be done, can be used as something to get your viewers know you from the other side, so to say. Do follow the trends, do make funny videos, and let them get to know you as a real person. Or you can go and do the content that you do on YouTube on TikTok as well. There's plenty of that there. It's not just dancing kids, and there's lots of information there too.
My God, Life of MC, you are on fire. You do not have to do that today. It was just great to have you in here, but thank you so very, very much for that. My God, that's like the third one tonight. You are way, like we say, here's Kind, and there's Pixelpia. Like, Kind's like in this little square, and there's Pixelpia out in front. Arms wide open, embracing the sun, because you're so over the top kind. Thank you so very much. Life of MC. We're going to run our link in the chat for a few minutes, folks. Please make sure to check out Life of MC. She spoils us rotten and then some. Thank you so very much for that. My God almighty, you're too kind.
Thank you so much, Life of MC. And Risky, I think you wanted to ask a question, and if I missed it, please let me know, because I can't see it, so maybe I missed it.
By the way, Life of MC, one night you gave us 1,000, and somebody went and did tweets thinking we got $1,000 US and said that we were pushing channels to do so. It was unbelievable. People just have to calm down on here. Seriously. YouTube is a funny place. If you weren't caught in the middle of it, you'd find it very entertaining sitting on the sidelines. I think it would be a hell of a spectator sport for the viewers to watch creators in action.
Yeah.
All squabbling and worrying about every time somebody gets something on here or does something or thinks something or goes on, bad things like that is enough to trigger them. I appreciate what you are doing. Well, thank you so much, Friendly Black Man. We appreciate having you in here. I'm glad to see you.
Destination Chronicle, have your question and comment on that. A little bit different than MC here. And the question from Risky is about the community post. And I'll copy that and we'll answer it later.
Who's your back outdoors? Great to see you. Just saying hi to everybody. And by the way, Justin Grimesvines, we did have your back. We were talking about, because you had mentioned it the other night, talked about our stuff. We talked about Farmall, and you came up as well in that. All in good light, my friend. All in good light. About the donation, geez. Yeah. I know. Thank you so much, Live MC. It's amazing. It's just that's the world we live into. That's the way it goes. That's the problem with the way the monetization was set up. That's why I say it was too early, because it brought in too many people that could just kind of jump ahead by cheating the system a little bit or bum rushing the whole thing. And it's too bad it was like that, because I feel like it brought down the quality of content a lot. And the ones that are trying to good things, there's just more weeds all around it. It's that much harder for them to get up through the reeds, if you will, to be seen. That's what I think has been the biggest drawback. The same as Non-Traditional Life was talking about with TikTok. That's the thing. The good content gets smothered by all the other stuff, unfortunately, a lot of times.
Thank you so much again to Life of MC for supporting us. Thank you so much. Very kind of you.
It goes way over top. Not just us. You're just good to people on YouTube in general. You have an extremely big heart. Thank you so much. Rock and roll ain't noise pollution. Rock hard riffs. I'll go with that any day. A little bit of AC/DC. Never hurt anybody. That's right. Any other gripes you got saved up you want to talk about that's on the list?
No, we just have some questions, but maybe people have other pet peeves that they want to share with us.
Share with us your pet peeves, folks. We'd love to hear them. Like I say, I was on a rant last night. Here's your night to rant, folks. I want to hear what you have to say. Rant away. It will not fall on deaf ears. We will be listening. I am interested. I am very keen to hear your rants, my dear friends. You're talking about TikTok. We're talking about everything here. Yep, that's right. I want to thank you, by the way. I was stuck in review for 2 months, and I remember you guys saying to tweet to YouTube. Did and was approved the same day.
Glad to hear that.
Well, and we appreciate that, and remember, tomorrow you're going to help somebody else that's into it, and it's all passed along that way. That's to me, that's the YouTube spirit of creators. So glad to hear it was all cleared up for you. Congratulations once again on being monetized. I'm glad it got fixed so quickly. That is awesome. Oh, you're watching last night's video? Last night was really good. Last night was just like the old Pusa studios. It's been a while. You guys know we've been dealing with a lot that's going on here, just like you guys a lot. And so we all have our own individual stuff on here. And last night was just like that. It was an amazing night. My pet peeve is folks coming to my video and posting the same thing every time. Who's your back outdoors? I just watched in full, and that's my comment. I don't blame you either. I would rather no comment any day of the week than somebody to go and put a bunch of that fluff. And that was well trained. That's been, you know where that all started from, in our circles. And there was not a worse thing ever happened. Xenia did a video on Father's Day about her father, whose life was taken when she was 16 years old. And somebody put, watched in full, liked 36 or whatever the number was. Well, yeah, you really, oh yeah, they put enjoyed the video, really enjoyed the video, full watch, liked number whatever. Oh, that's nice. Glad you found it entertaining. You know, like, I would rather no comment. I get where you're coming from. I think it's one of the biggest kicks in the face there is. I do believe that. I hate when people put on their blinker and never turn. You see, that's me. Because that's what I do when Xenia's talking. See, Xenia is my highway going across. Vroom, vroom, vroom. And I'll go to add something and be like, but I was... Yeah, what I was trying... Yeah, but what I meant to say... And my blinker's on, and I'm just sitting there on that cross, on that road, that T intersection, that highway, and they're just trying to get in. Right, hon?
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're freaking me out.
I'm freaking you out?
I feel like I'm scared to go to sleep tonight now.
I'm freaking you out. I think it's the other way around. Not only me, but also the chat.
I'm scared to go to sleep
so
tonight
we're
now.
just quietly backing away now.
My non-traditional life. Okay, here's my rant. My channel is seeing a ton of growth right now, but only on already popular evergreen content. Annoyed that my new videos are not also seeing the growth. Well, if you have a trend that's growing, that we're on those ones, try to have subjects that are related to it, follow-ups onto it, stuff like that. Try to keep into it. That can be frustrating sometimes, and that's like musicians, you know, that say, I recorded an album and a song that they wrote on their last album. People want to hear it every time I go back. That sound, well, sometimes we got to be a little flexible in what messages our audience want to hear. In the end, if we're on YouTube, we're here to entertain the masses. You sometimes have to go with where the masses want to take you. You can never bend on your core values, but it sounds like you're working already from stuff that has gone big from what you've already done. So maybe trying to get your content more to fall in line with what was done before might make things go a little bit smoother.
I think you also have pivoted a little bit the way you're doing your videos lately. Just from watching them, what I can say that I think you have slightly turned the way you're doing them, so to say. What I would suggest also is to change your end screens and cards on your videos that are doing good right now and tie into your current content into those videos that are doing good right now. So you're showing your viewers that are coming to evergreen content that, hey, I also have these new videos here. Yeah. So just review your cards and end screens and replace them with the newer videos for that evergreen videos now.
My pet peeve is the Pusa bot. The bot cam. That Pusa bot has a big mouth. Just took a big bite out of our views again. There you go. Bacchus, my pet peeve is Minecraft videos. Yeah, I don't like them either, but unfortunately, people want to watch what they want to watch, and there's all kinds of demographics, and they call the shots. There's lots more I could add to it than Minecraft, but I'm with you on that one. Pixapia, teaching and learning. Okay, I'm here. Just got sis on bed. Oh my God almighty, you poor thing. You have such busy days. Busy days. I don't know how you do it, but we're honored that you find time to even come in here. Beyond honored. I hope it makes it a little bit, takes the edge of the day off a little bit. Farm. You know what? He's right. He really was. 2018, the year of the idiot. On YouTube, I do agree with that in general. That is also when Apocalypse hit, and that's when everything led into it. And yeah, probably the worst year in YouTube's history, in my opinion. Really brought out a lot of garbage. I agree.
I'm sorry.
Because it enticed too many channels to jump on or to push with nothing there in the hopes of chasing money. It also hoarded out the live streams to a disgusting level. Yeah, I'm on the board with that. Current pet peeve, I have a travel channel during lockdown. Yeah, Destination Chronicles, but you can play onto it. Top 5 things to do to look up for your next trip when you can.
In fact, this Thursday, we're going to have a live stream dedicated exactly to these questions. What kind of content to make during the COVID-19. We have researched that for a while now with different polls and studies that have been made. And we'll give each category for gaming, for traveling, for entertainment, lifestyle, and so on, different particular exact topics that you should be making your videos on. So if you're wondering that about your channel, join us on Thursday night about that.
Yep. That's an amazing segue. I like that. Well done. Well done.
We have been preparing it for a while, and I think it's going to be really practical, actual things that you can do right now. So join us on Thursday for that.
And find out if I'm going to do it as a YouTuber or as a TikTok person. Xeni would love that one. You can tell me the look of joy in her eyes.
And Fandro is doing it alone or with me? Alone or with me?
You stand by me.
Yes, I will stand by you, but
on the
that
camera.
wasn't the question. That wasn't the question.
Destination Chronicles. Sorry about that. Friendly Black Man. My pet peeve is when somebody drinks all the Kool-Aid and leaves only half a cup in the jar. Yeah. We have bags of milk here, and I realize that they like to leave it when there's a tiny little skim. Maybe fill a thimble, possibly. But in their head, like, that's still enough milk to get somebody through the next run. We'll just leave it for Dad and for Mom. Mostly Dad gets stuck with it.
Travel on to say some of the topics are actually quite surprising. Surprised me too, especially in travel. So it's not as obvious. Some of them, but not as obvious.
Who's Your Back Outdoors? Same thing every video, and one of them is a great channel with nice people. So I don't know whether to say something to them or not. Yeah. I'm starting to wonder. I think because when you said that, I had an idea in my head. I'm wondering I might be on to who you're talking about. You know, in the end, I don't let things slap him. My God, computer chick.
No. You know, at the end of this we all have a loose screw somewhere. So, you know, happens to everybody.
It's like she's trying to talk herself through it. I can make it through another day through this craziness.
It would be great on TikTok, Andrea. I think he would. He should try tonight.
Farwell, do TikTok. I'll watch in full all 26 seconds.
Yeah, that's exactly 11 seconds more than the video is.
Well, my God, the Crohn's chick is in the house. How are you, Sharni? Great to see you. Let me get the old, you're off to the races.
Super Sticker Super John! Super Sticker Super John! Super Sticker Super John! Help! Super Sticker Super John! Super Sticker Super John! Help! Super Sticker Super John! The Crohn chick! Chronic health chick! Crohn chick! Crohn chick! How are you doing? Thank you so much for that, Super Sticker Super Chat.
Yeah, no problem. Who's your back? No problem. Oh my God, Shardy, how you doing today? Good to see you. Hope you're well. And Wendell Live, by the way, I haven't had a chance to say hi. Hope you're doing fantastic. Welcome. So the loose screw happened to Andrew finally. Poor you.
Well, no, I think mine already happened a long time ago, as you have seen in a couple of our live streams, at least a couple. So, this is gonna happen eventually. So.
And there's Wakey RC. Did I win?
What is going on? Is this
Oh.
a cabin fever? What is this?
Yeah. That's all right.
Full
That's
moon,
okay.
yes. Today is supersized moon, which you can see actually both from UK and from North America. I don't know how, but apparently you can. That's what they said on the radio. Don't believe everything they say on the radio. Yeah, that's what they said. Supermoon tonight. Yeah.
I see. XOXOAM, how are you? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. Yeah, I changed the name. The Chronic Health Check. I know, it's a good one.
Yeah.
I like it.
But I don't think I like that, but I don't think I will change.
No, we need at least 3 to 6 months on a change before we get it right.
famous kidney jerk here, like that's just never gonna happen. But it's a good choice. I
Yeah,
like that.
exactly. And 3 to 6 months from now, we'll be saying it with pride. Just know we're not doing it purposely. Elf Lord Journey, how are you? Great to see you. Pink Moon, Pink Moon. Gotta run. Who's your back outdoors? Always great to see you. Take care of yourself
Thank you
and be
so
well.
much. Be safe there. Mwah. Thank you so much.
I'm just going to give you a good old hearty wave. Kisses from her. Wave from me. Kisses again.
Mwah.
Wave from me. There you go. Take care of yourself, buddy. Be well, be well. Hike with Mike. How you doing? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. And mini hot cooking as well. Hope you're doing great. Hike with Mike is in the house once again. That's great to see you. And the Crohn's check. See, I told you that's chronic health check. You think that's all he did is set up like that? No, anybody's follows for a while, you know, me and names do not change very well. That's right. But it's great to have you in here. Mustang 774. What's going on? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. Only thing I know for sure is that Carol Baskins definitely killed him and fed him. What? Did I miss the lead up to this, Mike?
Are you in a different chat? Are you in a real crime chat or something?
Dangerous Criminals is down the hall on the left.
I'm not sure, Creepin, if you wanted to say fun show. And I don't know why EXO just timed you out. I really don't know.
Oh my God. Really? Okay. I gotta remove that comment, Mike, because I'm terrified that's on the blacklist, because that's the stuff that usually ends up on the blacklist because of stories like that. But nonetheless, I'm going to be reading about this after. I don't know how I missed this story.
Creeping, never sleeping. I do apologize. Once again, I think it just was a mistype and somebody timed you out. So I'm so sorry. It must be the moon, guys. You know, we usually joke about it, but I really think that's the culprit today.
Yep. You haven't been watching Tiger Kings, have you? Hello, no. Gonna start. Damn. You definitely know how to jump in with an interesting plot. I give you that. Welcome. Yep. And that's true. In all seriousness, that's the stuff we're John and but that's why I removed it. This is the kind of stuff that ends up quickly on the blacklist because of that kind of topic like that. But I'm definitely going to check it out after this is over. I definitely want to see where this is going. Maybe the tiger also took a bite out of the Pusa bot. It was maybe the tiger did it.
Probably.
That looks like a big bite from a tiger, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You agree? Mm-hmm. Okay. Back to questions, my dear lovely wife.
So Bacchus already answered a question that was the next following up here. Thank you so much for answering that.
Mukbang Sally. Haven't heard that one in a bit.
And the next question was from MC Nemesis Live, who asked, I've been accused of clout chasing and clickbait. Isn't clout what we are all after in YouTube? Is it okay to release content just to rile people up every month or so to boost views?
Well, riling up, you got to realize if you stir a bee's nest, you got to get ready to be stung. Here's my opinion onto it that I've had for a long time. It's very easy to drum up some views with some drama. Yes, that is very true. But usually there's a big price to pay with it. It usually backfires at some point. And they tend to be empty calories. And if you've been watching some of them that do drama, they do drama, then they try to go back and do some normal stuff, and there's not much that people aren't coming. Then they push the drama up again. People come, try to go back to regular, and then they don't get as much watch. It's a very slippery slope, and it usually ends in one of three ways. One is they burn the drama out, people get bored and leave. Two, the drama gets worse and worse and worse till they're either run off of YouTube or in a lot of trouble. C, and this happens a lot, not only do they get fed up of you because you can't keep the drama going, that's when they decide, well, we're going to make the entertainment continue and we're going to turn the drama on you. And that's also changed channels as well, chased off channels as well. I don't know, I just don't see the point into it myself. There are drama channels, but drama channels that are doing all right, I mean, they tend to be more about either like big shows or big channels. They never end up becoming the bully into it because the stuff they go after is way too big. I just find it such a, I don't know, not a futile attempt at trying to go. I just find there's too many ways for it to backfire. That's just my opinion onto it. Anything else you want to add to it, Exam?
I think go big or go home. So if you want to do that, then get the highest, biggest possible ever if you really are going there, and then do it once, get what you're going for, and then do the rest of it. Lots of people are trying to be somewhere in the middle with that. It's kind of, well, we are drama, we are not drama. We're this, we're that. It's kind of teetle-toddle on that. Either you're full on in that video and go out after the biggest YouTuber out there, if you are doing there, or don't do it all. With the type of channel that you're having, I would be like all or nothing kind of thing. And I don't think it is a bad thing to go for clout. I mean, there's always some borders of your personal values and so on. But yeah, obviously, we're going for more likes, for subscribers, for more views. It is part of clout. So many people are doing things just for that. So I think for what you're doing, for the type of channel you're doing, I think it's a normal thing to do. But yeah, as Andrew said, definitely think about the consequences. Remember Gator, who went after a very popular YouTuber. Andrew, do you want to tell that story?
Well, actually, it wasn't really. The popular YouTuber went after him.
Yeah.
Because he was a comedy troupe trying to raise money on Kickstarter, and a little unknown channel with 100,000 subscribers at the time, iDubbbz, who now is like 7-point-some million, started this thing making fun of all the crap stuff that was on Kickstarter. He called it, what was Crapstarter or something? I forget what he called the name of the series anyways. And Gator the Legend, who's been a guest on us here and hung around and that, he had this comedy troupe, and it was a little on the cringy side. They were just getting going, trying to raise some money for it, and iDubbbz went to town on them. And all of a sudden, I mean, he was getting views up the wazoo, but he was also getting the dislikes to match, and the comments, I mean, were just beyond horrendous. Like, iDubbbz just sicked him on them like wildfire, and this went on for a while. And Gator the Legend did some parody stuff back at him, not too rough. He was smart not to go too cocky and like really draw down, but nonetheless, they then hit. iDubbbz kind of backed off him, but the problem was his viewers didn't. And man, did he get hit with some major dislikes. One of the videos I remember had 18,000 dislikes. And that went on for 3 years. And him and iDubbbz actually talked in Twitter and stuff after that. And iDubbbz said he was really sorry, but he said, I'd like to give you a shout out to kind of, make up for it. He said, LOL, they'll probably just go after you harder if I do. So, that was the thing. So, yeah, it was definitely a rough go for him. So
it was definitely a quick way up, so to say, at the time, but definitely a quick way down.
There's a reason why they're not all in anymore. That's the reason why H3H3 now is a podcast channel, not a prank channel, and all that. They all, even though they won,
back at it now with the clout was.
Yeah, but I mean, but it's not going to be the same as it ever was. I mean, they realized the writing was on the wall. YouTube was clamping down. the kind of like more what's considered bullying was being addressed on here and stuff. The writing was on the wall.
Now, MC Live, he's not, Gator is not doing anything YouTube for a while now, but that live stream that we had with him talking about it, we still have it. So if you do have sleepless nights, it is a longer live stream because we really got into everything. But I think you really are going to enjoy that guy. We had an interview with him, actually, a really cool guy. And we had an interview with Gator the Legend. He talked partly about that as well, and he kind of was doing at the time similar things that you're doing on your channel. So check it out. I'll put the link here tagged by your name. Check that live stream from 2 years ago now. But he's a really cool guy, just not doing YouTube anymore right now because they had a baby I think a year ago now.
Yep.
So yeah, just check out that interview. I think there's going to be lots of things for you to learn from as well. Yeah, Creeping, I don't know what happened there. It wasn't us, and I'm sorry for the timeout. I don't know what happened. Sorry about that.
Brandon the Pinocchio, you have a good night. Be well, be well.
There you go. Exit through the gift shop. I just think there is enough negativity out there. I'd rather keep it clean and positive. Yeah, and I mean, it's not always about negativity. Like what I just mentioned, for example, Jake Paul and his Minaj girlfriend, or not anymore, girlfriend, they did the whole wedding. The whole thing was a thing for clout, Now, the stuff that is going on with H3 and, all of that, Peyton there is dating the brother of Ela, and that is going on all across the media. That is also for clout. Do you really think that is all just coincidence? Of course not. It's just for clout. It doesn't have to be negative thing. It just has to be something hyped up. I do agree that there's so much negative going on lately that doing something even more of that is just super inhumane. But that's why I began this conversation with what it is within your values, and we all have them a little bit differently, so it's up to you. Yeah, check it out, MC. I think you're really gonna enjoy it. Like I said, it is a longer one, but it is a really, really, really cool talk with him. Really got into the depth of it. They will gladly watch you. Yes, of course. Social experiment. Yes, well, that's what lately everybody is calling that. But once again, there has to be limits on that.
But social experiment, I mean, that's always been kind of an excuse. That's to me the same term as like, I'm keeping it real. It's kind of a camouflage short-term thing. There's not much longevity to anything that's in that. That's the thing about it. Mm-hmm. It's a spurt and then it's over. And remember, with bigger YouTubers, they can play a little bit more in that area because they have enough of a fan base that will stay with them after it's done and they go back more to their mainstream. But for small YouTubers, sometimes that's a channel killer because their audience is like, why the hell did you just start doing this? I joined you for that. I'm out of here. The spurt ends and then you're left with nothing. So that's always something to consider. That's why it's so important not to jump on bandwagons as soon as they come around and stuff like that, because there's always going to be bandwagons. There's always going to be something around the corner to jump on here, but is it worthwhile is the question. Is it beneficial to your channel? Like More Sunshine Please today, we're saying, there's where somebody can jump on right now on the bandwagon for what YouTube wants out of channels. Now, there might be another trend come around a month later that your channel is going to be a perfect fit for as well. So,
where we're from, we're in Canada, in Montreal right now. Getting to that spring here. Next question here. We have some questions, and if you do have any questions, let us know in the chat. We have Melanie Sweden joining us in the chat. Hello, how are you? Good morning to you. Pixelpia is from Sweden, currently living in the United States, by the way, as well. So check that out. Now the next question was from Destination Chronicles, and this is one I wasn't even a question that I wanted to address. I do have Facebook and Twitter, but how do people do multiple social media? Now, I did see that MC Nemesis answered Destination Chronicles about, basically doing YouTube and reposting everything on all the other platforms. And I wanted to comment on that because it really depends. Now, you really, in the perfect world, you should be tailoring your posts with regards to what platform you're on. So you can't really just repost the links everywhere you are because, first of all, Facebook is going to push it away because it's a link. Twitter is not going to show the whole picture because it's a link. Like, you got to actually make content created in the size, in the type, in the way that platform is geared for. That it works the best for, using hashtags, not using hashtags, using video, using picture, using GIF, not using GIF. So lots of those things are actually very specific to the platform itself. But if you're talking about promoting your YouTube videos, now we are on live stream, so it's different. We want to push our content out at the time it is live because we want people coming in while we are live most of the time. When you do have a video, it usually is suggested the best. Obviously, you promote it out on your social media, but then the highlights of the videos are the ones that are promoting your actual YouTube videos. So you are funneling people from Twitter, from Facebook, from Instagram into your YouTube, which is your main hub, by posting not only link, but bits and pieces, like highlights of your video that would tease them to there. Now, you can also post the whole video, but it is never suggested to put both videos at the same time on both or all platforms. You post it on YouTube, and then a week or two later, you can post it on, let's say, Facebook in full as well.
Mustang, you have a fantastic night. Johnny Pockney, you as well. Welcome back, Wayne. And Condition 13, thank you so much for the kind words. Do appreciate it. And thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so very much. Folks, we're on. It's a bit wonky tonight. We went on first. The server was kicking everybody off, including us. So we're back on. It's not getting a whole pile of push because of that. That's what happens. That's why I tell people not to go on like one after the other too much and do like just go on and tell somebody to jump to another channel. Because it is detrimental to your views. But we want to come on with you guys for a while nonetheless because we're looking for this topic and it's our favorite night of the week. And some great questions. There was one here I'm just going to jump to. I know Xenia likes me to keep them in form, but CHM says quantity versus quality. Quality is important. Just remember there is a big asterisk by that because there are certain channels that just become obsessed with it and then they don't put out anything. There's always got to be a line where you got to say, I got to get some stuff up. So quality, but without becoming obsessive that you'll put something out once every 4 months. So post my live videos on other social medias. Good thing, Senya.
Well, you can definitely, if it is live, you want to share it wherever you can. That's what I do here lots of the time. While we are live, I'm sharing it around. But then definitely you can upload your either live, if it is a thematic one, or if it is a video, then definitely on your other social media. Just don't do it at the same time because you don't want to people go on Facebook if your hub is on YouTube. You want to funnel them towards your main headquarters, which is YouTube, if you're a YouTuber, right? So there are different approaches on that. And like I said, you have to adjust it. That's why, for example, sometimes when we do our social media graphics, it's different sizes for different places. We have different, you have to have it different, otherwise it crops off, makes it only half, doesn't post it, because unfortunately, different social media has it in different sizes and different preferences.
Yep.
You can use things that help you. For example, Buffer is super cool way for you to make a plan for yourself. When do you want to post what? Also scheduling other people's posts you can do. Oftentimes, for example, Instagram doesn't like it when you use it. You actually likes it when you do it natively yourself, but you can plan ahead and then go and post it yourself. It just helps so much faster, and we use it a lot as well.
I see some stuff going on, folks, and I'm going to be honest with you. They put up something that you can see was made for one platform using the other, and I know the person set it up and said, well, I'm kind of in a hurry. They're going to get the hint. Whenever you do that, just think back earlier that day when somebody else did that and you looked and said, oh my God, that looks horrible. Well, that's exactly what they're going to say about what you've done. And where the one that did it horrible that afternoon that decided not to click and go on to and follow through onto it is going to do the same to yours. We have this internal feeling that people will understand, while I was busy that day, while I was doing things, they're going to get it. They're going to go anyways. They don't. They don't. And you don't either. And that's the thing to remember. So always look at things as like when you're ready to take a shortcut and stuff like that, think, would I feel kind of played over by this? Would I feel insulted? Is this not eye pleasing? It would drive me away from clicking onto it. The same feelings you had about when you were seeing it earlier that day or earlier that week and whatever is the same feelings that people are going to have about you doing it. So it is worth it to go the extra bit onto it. You know, you're only as good looking as everything clicking to you. That's why we make such a big deal about channels, banners, thumbnails, all those things, playlists, about section. Because if it all looks good, more likely people will stay and watch what you do because it's pleasing to the eye. I mean, that's what it all starts with, is making a comfortable environment that people think, well, this looks good. Imagine what the content is like. Hey, because you said, how are you? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. Hope you're doing well. I've been to CHM. I have been to Ireland. I traveled through it. I rented a car for a couple of days and went through Ireland. I did Scotland, Isle of Man, and Central UK. What do you guys know about streaming across different platforms at the same time?
It's against guidelines. I know lots 100%. Of people do that. And once again, it's one of those things, the same as with copyright. It is, you get caught or not, but it is against guidelines. It is written in the guidelines that you can't do that at the same time, and those who get caught get deleted, sometimes even terminated altogether. I know there's Restream, for example, people use, but once again, just because it's out there doesn't mean that you should be using it. So if you use it, do it on your own responsibility. And
it's one of those things that people will say, well, I've been doing it for 7 months and I never got in trouble. So that's another one of those things, the same as copyright and all those things. No, and it's like I always say, it's like driving through the stop sign. It's not a law that's in effect until you get caught. Because that's usually what we get thrown back at us. I'm ready for somebody to say, well, I know this channel, they're doing it all the time. I know, and we know channels that are doing it all the time. And we've also known channels get taken down from it. And it's clearly marked that it is against YouTube policies. Question, do you think the challenges are good for your channel?
It depends what kind.
Yeah, I mean, I think sometimes they've worn out their welcome wagon a bit. For myself, now when I see challenges, I'm a bit... Xenia, if it was up to her, we probably would have done more challenges. That's not my bag. But I find myself even kind of like, I see a challenge now, I'm like, like it's a different challenge, but I think your audience, I do feel that they work certain... Especially, I would say under 25, depending what it is, and over 55, if that's your main target audiences, depending what it is, they tend to do better, I find. I do in that one. So the under 25 is going to be like really over the top stuff. And the over 55 still has a lot of that kind of Facebook and viewing style into them, and they seem to like them if it's done the right way and nothing like too gross or putting somebody in any kind of like not jeopardy, but you know what I mean. Well, I'm glad I haven't figured out how to do that yet. Yeah, Mike, I mean, like I say, it's there, it is available, you can do it, but same as last time we talked, it's always just telling people, because the ones that recommend it are the same ones that would be at the bar and saying, yeah, come on, try this, the stuff, and it's going to be fine. They don't sit there and tell you all the side effects, what can go wrong in that. It's the same thing with these things. No, I've been using it for 8 months and it's all good. No, YouTube doesn't mind. It's not the truth. It's clearly stated that it's against community guidelines. Bless you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Sorry, I know I've been jumping the queue in the questions, so I'll behave. It's the next one on the list.
Striking Chicken, today is a Tuesday Tech Talk. This is not a promotion time, this is answering question time, which is clearly stated in our title.
Yep. Hey, Lottery Life, how are you? Great to see you. How you doing, bud?
Next question was from Risky. My community post has been disabled without any reason or email. They said it has to do with the coronavirus. How does the virus make that happen? Now, how do you know it is from that if you didn't receive an email? That's my question is. But now, not knowing the exact post that was removed, or have all of your community posts have been disabled? They have been doing lots of changes in general because of COVID-19 and restricting some of the features to some of the channels because of that. If you have had previous risky posts before, let's say, or your channel maybe are in a yellow zone, so to say, for risky behavior altogether, it might be that some of the features are disabled for you because of that. I wouldn't be surprised, and they have said that before. Also, another reason is the glitch on AI, which they have stated too, that AI is doing a lot of things right now, including lots of wrong things. It's just the way it is right now because less human beings are reviewing the content.
Carolina Bassler, that Markiplier one, hi, by the way, hope you're well. That was about talking about when he did that live stream where he was doing quizzes and people were holding up the paddle emojis, and they got a bunch of channels got taken down for spamming. That's at that time. Lori's RV Life, how are you? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. And Texas Made Food, hope you're doing great as well. I wrote my welcome years ago by my family. I sure hope I didn't hear. My God, Jim Apple, you're a staple in here. It wouldn't be a show without you, my friend. I know a lot of Twitch streamers stream to Twitch and YouTube at the same time, so I was going to do YouTube and D-Live at the same time.
No, like I said, it's the same. It's just now what the result is, and then it's up to you if you risk it or not.
And I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I know I'm going to get some flag for it, but I'm going to just tell you it's just something else on the side of it. And this is just so you know, and this is just not me. You can look it up. It's in the rule. Once again, you see other people doing it that. Just so you know, going live and telling people, or a video saying, oh, we're over on D Live, come and join us, is explicitly not a yellow coin. It's explicitly against YouTube's terms. And you can ask somebody like Linus Tech Tips, who got hit back when he was around 5 or 6 million. He got hit with it because they would do their WAN show on Twitch and then live. So they would have a 1-minute video saying, guys, we're on Twitch. They'd go over there and watch, and then they would upload it to Twitter after they were done, and they got hit with it. So just so you know, you cannot, if you were going on, like say we're on tonight, and we say through it, and all guys were, don't forget to check out our D-Live channel, or don't forget to check out our whatever, blah, 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 blah. That's one thing to mention that you have it in short order. But to make a video that's specifically there to promote people to go to another platform is against community policies. And this is something that's really important to remember. YouTube is full of bitter people, and one day all it takes is some that are mad at you, and that's a great way for them to flag, because that's what happened to us. And and this is the thing about it. We were doing that when we had interviews that night. We would sit there and do a 1-minute video. This is who's going to be on tonight. We'd just show the thumbnail and go on. We had to stop doing it. We weren't against YouTube policies on that one. We were actually for it, but because people were mad at us, they just all got together and started flagging it half the time, and it would get us a community strike, and then we'd have to run to YouTube, get it taken down, so it'd be able to go on, which meant we were off for 24 hours while we would fight it. But doing it about an actual... doing that about an actual going over to another platform and that is strictly against YouTube's policy. So I just want to tell you that, because that's something else you're going to see happening a lot, and it's all great until something like that happens. So.
Computer Check here is sharing information if you are on Twitch, and especially if you are on Twitch affiliate, it is against the guidelines on Twitch to be streaming on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. And in fact, you can be banned for that, according to the Twitch guidelines. So whatever platform you're on, definitely check their guidelines first before you do anything. And thank you so much for that information, Computer Check. Thank you.
Yeah, Mike.
I don't know, Mike. It's hard to say today. Like I said, it's Pink Moon, and it is screw loose summer for everyone.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I guess so. Dumb question, maybe. Am I not supposed to stream to YouTube and Facebook? Not at the same time.
No, it's against the guidelines. You
Yep.
have to wait 24 hours before downloading and uploading another platform. Well, exactly. Otherwise, they lose views. That's just pure logic. Why would they allow to do that? Any platform, really.
There's a channel that's bigger than us. Not gigantic, but bigger than us. And they're all about teaching people how... They're like setting themselves up to be the gurus on YouTube about live streaming. and they're doing multi-streaming at the same time.
Yeah. Well, maybe they're taking the risk. Who knows?
And that's what it is. That's all we've ever said to people too. Like people say, "Oh, Pusa's trying to keep down." No, just all we've ever wanted to do was for people to know what is the consequences in something. Because most times when people are doing something in here, they're all like, "Oh, jump on the bandwagon, jump on the bandwagon, jump on the bandwagon," and nobody ever tells them what can happen if they're on the bandwagon. To me, it's only fair to anybody that should at least know where they stand, and then you can decide to. I'm not here to tell anybody to do something or not do something. It's got nothing to do with that. Here's the consequences if you do it. They've already been gloating about what are the good reasons for doing it. Now you know where you stand, and you can make an informed decision onto it.
Plus, we're not sharing our information. We are sharing our knowledge about what we have acquired so far within the guidelines, within the rules, and everything else. So it's not what we think; it's what it is within YouTube, and then you can make your own decisions on that.
Yep, exactly.
Kids Connections, thank you so much. You're so sweet. She says you guys are so amazing. My kids still remember making a shout-out video for you, and you both singing "Happy Birthday" to my oldest. I remember that too. I hope you're doing well.
We have a playlist here somewhere.
Yeah, we do have a playlist with for where we are featured.
Yep.
So I think it's there as well. That is so amazing. Thank you so much. Good to see you back again. If you take the risk, I don't want to lose my channel. Yes, and you know what? Honestly talking, yes, we probably with our channel have taken a very safe approach to lots of things. We could have done a lot of more risky things with the channel. But you know what? At 11,000 subscribers and 2 years going on, I feel pretty confident in the moral part of it, and also in what we're doing from YouTube part, because when somebody does accuse us of doing something wrong, we know that we are not, because we know how it is written in YouTube, and that's what matters the most. So there is no gray in that. There is no, well, we did a little bit of that, we did too risky on this. So there are plus and minuses for that, and yes, maybe a little bit too safe, but at the same time, I think for the long run, for the marathon, it is worth it. Depends what your goals are.
Listen, there's other ways out here, and we are partly a networking channel, and it would have been so easy. You don't think? I'm not going to blow our own horn. You've seen Xenia and I in action, what we're like together when we're going. We could easily have turned it into a whorehouse for subs. It's very easy. And it's hard to compete against ones that are doing that. And mostly that's what they are doing. But where will we be now? You see what happens to the ones that done it in the past, they're gone. It wasn't... We played it safe because we wanted to have a channel at the end of the day. You cannot... what channel is going to hit 1 million subscribers by just going on about... Get a channel. Grab that channel. There you go. Channel. Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, it's exciting. And yeah, it's short-lived. It is what it is. We could have jumped on that easily. We were so well set up for that last year to go into that balls to the walls. And maybe would have grown quicker. And maybe would have made more money off of it. But... It's empty calories at the end of the day if that's all you got to show for it. People have been trying to figure out and accuse us of we're faking, like I talked about last night, and all those things. Why are they still around? Well, the answer is very easy, because we've been giving our answers since day one we started Tek Talk. Tek Talk was basically, this is what we've learned so far. But they didn't want to hear that, because it's this mentality of looking for a shortcut all the time on YouTube that ends up screwing most channels. It's trying to get to the line too fast that ends up sinking. It's nice to be out there, and that's why we say, with more sunshine, please. And right now, what's going on YouTube? There's a great trend for you to jump onto. There's going to always be new trends coming out that one of your that your niche is going to have a chance of monopolizing on, capitalizing on. But just doing things just for the sake of wanting to speed up growth usually ends up with an absolute pitfall. And we've seen it happen too many times, and maybe we have been a little too cautious, but honestly, I've seen the other side that hasn't been cautious, and I see where they are today. And I'm glad that's not us. And I've watched it get worse and worse and worse. It's almost like drama. It kept getting upped and upped and up to the point it was almost like throwing just, let's call it for what it was. it just became an absolute lies. Oh, if you do this and you give me so much, I promise you're going to get this, and they'll watch you forever and time will end. That's a load of horse shit. You can't do that with anybody. And it backfires after a while. And the same in any niche on here. You know, you gotta, if you want your channel to be around for a while, it's not worth it sinking it into every pitfall that it can fall into. The community guidelines are there, whether people want to admit to it or not. And it does suck when you don't get caught right away, because sometimes you're 9 months or a year or 2 years down the road and you think you haven't got out of it with being scathed. And all of a sudden, because you thought you were safe with it, you've done these things multiple times, and YouTube just terminates your channel because all of a sudden the algorithm got tweaked and now picking up heavier on things that happen, and bang, 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 bang. And you wake up in the morning to a nice little email from YouTube saying you got no more channel. Sometimes you can get it back. Sometimes you can't. To me, that's a gamble I would never want to be put in the middle of. So it's just, you know, what you're willing to do in here. But I believe a lot of it is if you have your eye on something down the road or just something for the immediate future. And last night was a great example. We were talking about channels who are doing that by buying and going to every sub for sub off the handle Asian Pacific channel there is, where they're having that, where there's 900 in there, they don't even remember your name. Well, yeah, you will grow fast. There's no way you cannot. If you go in there and you're not growing like crazy, there's something desperately wrong. Because all you have to do is a hard thing like say hello, and you have pretty much attracted them by the swarms. What's it worth? It's worth nothing. It's got zero value. Zero value. So as tempting as it is sometimes to say, you know, this channel's gotten here and I want to be like that and I want to go through the roof and I want this. Okay. But are you willing to kill your channel to do it? And that's the honest question. It's not being dramatic. Because as soon as you go out of the lines like that, that's what you're putting yourself in the midst of. Killing your channel. So it's not something I think I would want to go into lightly. It's not something we go into lightly. That's why we don't do it. But if you're ever going to do stuff that's not the norm, please just double, triple check, and don't take it from your friend or this guy told me or even us told you. Make sure you see the proof from us and we can lead you through the guidelines, stuff like that. Go and check it out. At least then you can make an informed decision. And if you scave through, well, you made it. And if your channel gets taken down, well, you know why it happened, you know. At least you know. At least you're aware before you went and did it. Because there's not a worse feeling than doing something, thinking you're in the okay, just to find out later on down the road, it's all gone and you didn't even know it could happen. So, David, the producer, how are you? Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing fantastic. Hope you and the missus are doing great tonight. Hope Juliet as well. Nice to see you.
How are you guys doing? Good to see you there.
I'm wondering about them for their move with everything.
I've been thinking about that too. I don't know, guys. How are you planning? Maybe they're hoping everything is going to end by then. I don't know.
Exactly.
They still have a month and a half till then, so 15th of May.
Cross our fingers you guys get down everything taken care of and no problems. So
I'm waiting for their move like I'm waiting for all the Blue Orange Root babies usually. I know the days and I'm counting the days. Yes. So we have some other questions here as well. Thank you so much. Yeah. And the next question here is from the Chain Family Vlogs. Said we noticed a drop in our channel subscribers and a raise. Is it possible that bots have gotten to our channel?
If it's bots, just go look at your analytics. Things are not going to make sense. You're getting views from a lot of different countries, most likely. And once again, nothing racist. We're talking about CPM rated countries. It's got nothing to do with the country itself, how much advertisers are willing to spend. You're mostly going to notice it's coming from Pacific areas and stuff like that. Lots of big shots. So a country that usually doesn't view high ranking on your on your source countries is all of a sudden in your top 5 or your top 3, but especially on those videos, you're going to see a high increase into it, a big spike. Usually no extra comments or extra likes into it or anything like that. And think if anybody has a beef with you lately, think about that. Somebody who's upset with you. Either you had, I don't know what the case could be. It could take nothing to trigger something like that on YouTube, but it is something you have to look at as well.
And what is drop and raise? If it is a raise of 10, 20 subscribers, even 30, it's most likely is not. It's just YouTube doing some kind of adjustments. Drastic changes is not intense.
No, you're looking at your graph. If it's like this and then goes out and then back and then like that, nothing that's like over the top. It's most likely a YouTube thing. When you're getting botted, it's mostly going to look like this, and then this great big, out of the ordinary, ridiculous, looking out of shape sign.
Like
something.
heart attack in a
Yeah,
heart rate.
exactly.
That's exactly how it looks like if you look at your analytics.
True. Yeah, that's a good point.
A normal heart rate against the heart attack, and you're gonna see the difference. Yeah. Now we have Shadow Time Rider who asked, I have been collaborating with other channels a little. Any tips on doing that? Too bad Grimes Finds probably is not here anymore. Really great question for Grimes Finds. And we have collaborated with channels obviously before as well in different versions. Mostly on our channel with interviews that we have done before with creators, celebrities, and YouTubers, big and small. One thing and one tip is to choose who you want to collaborate with, so it is beneficial for both sides. Especially with YouTubers, sometimes it ends up being only one-sided. Just make sure of that. And then just be nice and be human. I think you can always ask. I think people are always scared of asking, do you want this, or do you want to be on my channel? Do you want to do that? The worst you can get is a no, and that's what you already have when you don't ask anyway. So might as well just ask, be nice, be polite, and don't get offended if somebody says no. It's most likely it's not personal. People have their own lives with their busy things going on and things like that. So definitely, I think it helps the growth. Just don't do it, all over the place. Think about the strategy, how to do it, and go on.
And remember, make sure it's a collaboration that helps you as well. A lot will ask. You can't do them with everybody. Make sure it's something that will be beneficial to your channel. That's something too, because there's a lot of offers sometimes, but they got to have some sort of fit and something that works well with you. Was it Deshane that was asking about the graft a while ago?
Yep.
Deshane Family Vlogs. Here's where we got the big when we got botted the other week. Oh, there we go. Oh, there you go. Of course. All right, let me fix this for a second here.
Because she said I'm still going to answer on that one. We are so bad at doing it on time. So if we don't answer you right away on email, on Twitter, it's not personal. We're trying to catch up, and we're going to be back. So thank you so much for emailing or tweeting or Instagramming. Instagram is my next thing to go to. There's so many unanswered messages, so I apologize.
Here's where we got botted the other night. And I'm just going to press play so you can see I get rid of the letter mark. So if you look at the bot cam on this one here, you can see the shot. I laugh every time because I think it looked like a guy pretty excited laying on his back when it was all said and done. And as you can see in the middle here, you can definitely see where the botting happened, where it really took off and then came back down again. That's the kind of drastic thing you want to see. Hopefully not as bad as this one, but nonetheless it should give you an idea. And that you'll not see identical. I mean, it's going to look different on your analytics, but you'll see it's going to be a rise like that, like something that makes absolutely no sense, is not in tune with it. It's not fitting of the way the rest of your videos were going, live streams, except all that kind of stuff and that, Oh my God, Bossy, how are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. It's been a while. How are you? Yeah, third eye, and you caught me with the lippy time.
Yes. Interviews are definitely collaboration because it is two channels. If you're doing an interview with another channel, it is two channels and, doing something together. It doesn't matter if it is on your channel, on that channel, if it is a project you're sharing together or you're sending each other to each other's channels, it's a collaboration. And that is interview as well. So.
Now, you see how distracting that lipstick is? I show them that draping, foulest looking jump on her graph, but all they can still see is that blinding third eye on me.
Yeah.
You happy? You wonder why I told her, I was at one point, I'm like, listen, when we're doing serious subjects, we can't do that anymore. Because and there's proof of it right there for thank you. Life throws us a curveball. Well, I hope it's curving back in your favor now, Bossy. I hope.
Yep.
I hope. Sorry to hear that. So I'm just hanging in there. Hang in there. There's lots of curveballs. We're living in a world of curveballs right now.
Next question is from Bacchus, who said, well, actually a pet peeve. Sometimes it seems YouTube lets bigger channels that are making money for YouTube to let them slide, of different rules.
They do, and they also don't. I mentioned Linus Tech Tips a while ago. He got hit with community strikes and stuff like that. They're not as giving to them as they should be. I get it in some, there's a little bit. I find them a way more they do it to the ones like the networks that come in. The Jimmy Fallons, the news channels, them, they kiss their ass. They have carte blanche almost. I don't find big YouTubers get that much. I mean, they've actually turned on them more than anything, which is so weird. And I've always said that. If you think of the years like NBC, CBS, and them, big posters for all their TV shows, big welcomes when they come in and all these things and that. YouTube never did that. Yeah, they give them a stupid play button, and really that's where it kind of begins and ends.
Yeah, look at the Markiplier that you just mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
I just posted the link in the chat as well. That was a huge problem on a huge YouTuber channel with a huge amount of people in the chat, and it took a good week for him to solve it out.
Yep.
So we are under impression, but it's not always happening like that. And also you can remember that most of the bigger YouTubers are being managed by a management company, which means that they are the ones dealing with YouTube. There's also a little bit different rules for people that are over 100,000, over 1 million, and I forget which after. It doesn't mean that the rules are less. There are just more ways of how you can interact with YouTube and be more personalized within your channel, which gives you, in turn, more leeway for some stuff. So they're not running scot-free, but those are probably the reasons why it feels like that.
Yep. Agreed.
Yeah. YouTube gave me a copyright for not doing anything in my stream. Are you sure it's a copyright? First of all, did you receive an email? If it is an email, does it actually come from YouTube? Make sure the address is coming from YouTube and not from a spam account. They're trying to clone accounts and steal your YouTube account. If you did get a copyright, you should also see it in your YouTube studio. It actually will be in the red in your dashboard, as well as in your copyright tab. You will see that you have a strike.
Yeah, it should be very blatant. Also, too, don't mix up a strike with a copyright claim as well.
Yeah.
Where a copyright claim, you're okay. You're not in any trouble, just that all the proceeds or advertising from your video will go to them and none to you.
But first of all, please make sure that it's not a scam, because there's so many of those.
Lots have lost their channel because of it and that. So go to your studio and find out right there if you're in good standing.
Mrs. Greenstump asked, so should you always collaborate with the channel with equal numbers, like subscriber numbers or higher? No. It matters for YouTube, it shouldn't for us. You want to collaborate with a person, not with a channel.
You want to find a place that's going to help your channel. It's going to be beneficial for both.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. And that's the thing, like we get lots, I want to interview you. And there's some good ones that want to do it. And we don't do many of them to begin with. But some of them you can tell right away. Oh well, they got lots of subscribers. They see it as in their eyes. We always say we're a small channel, so let's bring them on. It's there's some that it's just not beneficial. But it's not that we've been on some small channels. It's been extremely beneficial to us. So it's all about that perspective of what benefits you, and it has to benefit them as well. It's like any other business arrangement. Both need to benefit from it. They stopped my live stream and they said something about copyright when they shut it down, and I didn't play music or
Now,
something.
when did it happen? Did it happen recently? It might be AI glitch once again. AI have been doing more and more errors recently because there is more of it working than the regular person. The other reason, just because you're not playing music doesn't mean that you don't have copyright. It could have been a TV in the background. It could have been something that you were doing that might have triggered the copyright ID system. Haven't seen the live stream, can't really judge by that, but that might be happening. You can always contact Team YouTube on Twitter and ask them that if you want to contest it.
As for TV, I've seen that happen a lot again lately. I go lurking in somebody's stream and they have their TV running, especially right now with all the updates and stuff like that. Man, do you ever want to get a copyright strike? Start running Fox News or CNN News and stuff like that in the background. And it doesn't have to be blaringly loud or pointed at the camera. Just in the background, as long as it's audible. What it's doing is making a thumbprint, but except a digital thumbprint. And as long as it can make a connection between it, you can get hit anytime on that one. So you're saying I have a chance because she should. So.
We'll get back to you.
Yes, we will for sure. We for sure, most definitely. We didn't go on for a while. We just don't go on many of them. But I mean, we have started getting back into it a little bit. It's hard because we go on so much. And we do have kids. That's a big part of it right there. It already feels like we spend so much time. And with the last couple of weeks with the kids home and us having to double down a lot of times because of what's going on with the algorithm and stuff like that.
You know, people are feeling that they're doing less. I feel like I'm doing double time lately, not just on YouTube, but in general. It just feels more busy than ever.
Yeah. Truckman on Fire, how are you? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic.
Computer Chick saying most likely, yeah, I will get in touch with you too, Busy Fam. If that's happened recently, I would definitely do that. Definitely. If you have a question, how always can tweet us, DM us, preferably, and I'll guide you to it. You might be sharing revenue or not getting any revenue at all. Yes, that's the difference between claim. Oh, I had a strike and it was removed, but still stays on your channel. How come it stays on? How come it was removed? Now, if it was removed because it was wrongly given to you, then it should annul altogether, and you should be clear without any consequences. If it wasn't removed, but it just ran out, well, it will stay on it, as a record, so to say. And I think within 90 days, if you get 3 strikes, then you get terminated. So it depends. My question is, how did you get it removed? Was it because it was in a wrongfully striked, or what was the reason?
Hey there, Truckman on Fire. Hope you're doing fantastic once again. And Gary Clunkerville, thank you so much. You guys are extremely busy. And you do a great job of what you do. Well, thank you so very much. We do appreciate it. We do appreciate it. I need to get back to work. Sorry that I can't say long. Pixel PA, you never say sorry. You know that already. And actually, we got to go too, folks. Tonight was kind of it was one for the books as far as the algorithm went and that.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, YouTube is, the live streams and stuff, especially in the evening, is hard to jump on. But we still wanted to, to be on with you guys as promised. Let me answer the question just to
take your time.
just the last one. 40 Entrepreneur Drive. I just wanted to let you know that just because you're buying a software doesn't mean that it allows you to use music on YouTube. In fact, even Facebook music anymore is not anymore allowed to be used on YouTube. So if you buy a software like Camtasia and comes with the music, read the fine print if you can actually use it somewhere else, because most often you can't.
Oh, Gary, thank you so much. And we appreciate that. We really do. And wow, CSI Decon, that's crazy. It's YouTube is cleaning up, folks. And whether we like it or whether we don't, it's just the future of the way it's going. It's blatantly stated that it wants to be in the TV market. And that's why you're noticing a lot of the big YouTubers' videos have gotten a lot longer. The ones that used to do the famous 10 minutes for mid-roll ads are now doing 20, 30, some of them 40-minute long shows. They're gearing their channels up for it. You can always forecast. What works for the big guys doesn't always work for us. But they are kind of a forecast to the way YouTube is turning. So and if you watch that, you can see definitely as a turn tide. But remember, they have a very big audience, and they will put up with a bit more blandness in between their videos than smaller channels will get from their viewers. So just want to put that out there. I love you guys. Hope to hear from you soon. Grimes is interested in joining as well. Oh my God, that would be awesome. That would be awesome.
Definitely. We'll be getting back to you.
Definitely. And thank you for thinking of us. Been listening at Chilling, Paul Peck. You're awesome, bud.
Thank you so much for being here and sticking with us throughout this tonight. Once again, so sorry about the quality of the live stream before in our take one, but thank you so much for sticking with us and trying again.
We do appreciate it, guys. And just stay awesome and hang in there. It's a grind, but you know what? You got to find some fun in all of this. You really do. And be able to laugh at it some and not let it get too draining on you. It's always a marathon here. It will never be a sprint. Never be a sprint. So, yeah, I know. Yeah.
That's right. And I just wanted to...
I'll be back in a sec. I'm just going to go check on something.
I just wanted to let you remind you about the live stream yesterday. So if you haven't watched that, I would promptly suggest you go over and watch it. It is time-stamped for you, and it is a shorter live stream, so it's not going to take so much time of yours. But we do share some insight behind the YouTubers, especially if you're a newer YouTuber. There's lots of things that are not really known, and you only get to know it, as you get more acquainted with the platform and other YouTubers. So if you haven't watched that, I would really suggest that, including not asking for subscribers. Thank you so much. We probably are not the right channel for you. Thank you so much, CSI. Thank you so much. Do appreciate that. Oh, Gary, thank you so much. Yeah, unfortunately, the first live stream that we started did get throttled because of YouTube is trying to push more, like obviously not just YouTube, but in general, Amazon, Netflix, YouTube, and Facebook, they are reducing their streaming power in general to save internet. Although once again, the studies show that it doesn't really affect it as much as streaming like Netflix, for example, or Amazon Prime. But okay, let them do it. Why they do it? They do it to give more internet power and more like server power to TV stations, TV shows, journalists, and bigger channels, obviously, for advertising for the peak hours. Right now, so that's why it's super hard by times to go on at certain times of the day, and on the weekends. And it's not on our side, it is on YouTube's side. So unfortunately there's nothing we can do, just try to jump on a different signal, so to say. That's what we try to do this, but doing another live stream right after a second one, and this is already a third one today, is super detrimental for the channel. Really, you shouldn't be doing that. But we love our Tuesday Tech Talk, so we just wanted to continue on and kind of chat with you guys. Thanks for the links. No problem. I hope you. I thought you watched that. Didn't you watch that? And leave a comment, guys, if you watched that. And we have some conversation there in the chat. And we're gonna be back tomorrow. And then on Thursday, we're going to share with you some really cool practical suggestions on what YouTube videos you should be making during this time.
I don't think you want to leave now because Chris just started doing the dishes now, and I'm like, oh, your mother's not going to be happy with you.
I'm just going to go to bed, I think.
All right, folks. On that note, you have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Take care.